Yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So that is with Hope Addict Media. How did we get here? So a lot of you guys know that I was in law enforcement for 12 years in St. Louis, Missouri. That was a very interesting time for me. I am more of a sensitive individual, you might say, and I hide it very well. A lot of times people see me as this happy guy. But being a sensitive person in law enforcement, that could take a kind of a toll on you. This picture right here, I received 2 life-saving awards. Both of those life-saving events happened within 2 weeks of each other. But seeing and helping these individuals, that had a lasting effect on me, especially being someone who's sensitive, who's caring towards the public. A lot of cops, they're kind of desensitized to that sort of thing, and I never did become that. So the top left, you have me smiling. That's really who I was in public. You know, I presented myself that way, and that's how everyone knew me. But the other pictures, the other 5 pictures, it's really the reality of what I was dealing with on a day-to-day basis. And like I said, that kind of took a toll on me. So a lot of people ask, why did you move here? Why did you move here? The truth is, towards the end of my career, I was dealing with suicide. What I mean by that is I had gotten to such a point where being a sensitive individual and really caring about the community had been impacted by police work that I really wanted to just be done with everything. So we moved here to get away. Oh, the other way. So how did social media start? And that's really how I got into podcasting. Well, first company I was with when I got down here, I really wanted to do something different than just door knocking and being aggressive. I really wanted to educate people. A lot of stuff I put on social media is educational. A lot of times my face is out there. I'm talking on camera. I got pretty comfortable talking on camera. I give credit to this guy here in this right picture. His name is Stephen Schwarmer. My first live I ever did. He is a veteran, and he's talking about his foundation, right? He told me his story live on camera, and that caused me to open up to tell my story. This next picture, this is Michael Granum on the left side. If you know him, he runs Good Vibes Nutrition in Palm Coast. He was the one that told me to start putting stuff out on social media. So I give full credit to him for actually putting me on this road. That's my kid. So not too long ago, we actually did a podcast at the studio where we were announcing a giveaway, and he was actually on camera and he was on the mic. Some of these other people you might recognize, that's Alan Lowe. He had his podcast not too long ago. Luther Brown, he's been in studio. I don't know if you guys know Vinny, but he is really big in Palm Coast with Trustco Bank. He's been in studio. And Brad Warren's been in studio. See if this video works.
That are inexpensive. Yes. That's one way of calling me cheap, but being polite.
I didn't say it. First networking group I went into, I was just trying to sell myself. Hey, here's a car. Here's a car. Here's a car. Everybody gets a car.
Right.
The Giver's Game is different. Tell us about that. Well, what's the rebranding? It's because no one can pronounce it. Just be honest.
I mean, that is probably. Listen, dude. I am fully agreed. I'll give you the background on that as well. Is the first book that I tried to write called "Start Starting, Stop Stopping." But I stopped because I didn't know where to go.
You can have that as the title of the book and then stop, right?
Unfortunately, I never finished it.
So people out there, yes, I used to break dance. Yes, occasionally I'll still bust a move, but it's like what's right. Can I tell you what I loved most about law enforcement? One of the things I love the most?
Tell the listeners.
I love to break into people's cars. These are some of the reasons I do what I do. And then I have a short video by my dad. Just not ask. Because they don't want to experience somebody saying, go away.
whatever.
I'm never afraid of that.
It's the greatest lesson my dad ever taught me. Never be afraid of somebody's no, because that no. Yes. Stay on.
So these are some of the best referrals for me. And really what it comes down to is people come into the studio, especially people that don't have a lot on social media. They can do an hour-long podcasting session. That can be broken up into reels. You can give them content for a whole month. Okay. And what it really does also is for like a real estate agent. That industry is so saturated that this is a great way for them to stand out, or any one of these people on here. Specifically, if you're thinking like a mortgage company. Say a mortgage company wants to come in and have their own podcast there at the studio. They can then bring on real estate agents, and it would be something of like good favor towards these real estate agents. And then, and then those real estate agents are more likely to refer them in the future. So the studio, I have a podcast there, but it's really meant for other people to come in there and have their own podcast so that they can have their own voice and their own brand at the studio. Do I have questions? I'm at 1 minute. Any questions? Yeah.
Where is Hope Addict?
Where does it come from? So it comes from kind of my struggle. So I believe if you have enough hope in life that you can get through anything. And so I believe that hope is more important than success. And that's where that brand came from. Yeah.
Great job, buddy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Be Nice Individuals Podcast.